PG Flex, sigurado ang quality tapoli. Linoleum kamating, plastic cover at iba pa. Tatak matibay, tatak Pinoy. Lahat gawa sa pawis at husay ng Pinoy. Champion ka sa PG Flex. Tatak Pinoy, ito ang the best.
Alam mo ba may bago ng klase ng Mighty Bond? Ito yung Mighty Bond Anti-Clog Tech. Mas precise na ang nozzle. Tapos may flowback feature pa siya kaya hindi na magkaklog yung nozzle. May bottom stand din siya para hindi na gumugulong at pakalat-kalat. O alam mo na kapag may nasirang gamit ah.
Ngiti, ngiti, huwag kang mag-atubili. Sabik makita ang iyong ngiting happy. Ngiti, ngiti, yung nakakakiliti. Alagang happy, ang ngiti. Alagang happy, salamat sa totoong ngiti.
Hindi aabot ang data! Nice!
Don't worry! The Only with Smart Power All 99. Hindi nabitin with 10 gig data plus only Facebook or TikTok and more. Load now!
Basta PG Flex, sigurado ang quality tapoli. Linoleum kamating, plastic cover at iba pa. Tatak matibay, tatak Pinoy. Lahat gawa sa pawis at husay ng Pinoy. Champion ka sa PG Flex. Tatak Pinoy, ito ang the best.
Alam mo ba may bago ng klase ng Mighty Bond? Ito yung Mighty Bond Anti-Clog Tech. Mas precise na ang nozzle. Tapos may flowback feature pa siya kaya hindi na magkaklog yung nozzle. May bottom stand din siya para hindi na gumugulong at pakalat-kalat. O alam mo na kapag may nasirang gamit ah.
worry! The only with Smart Power All 99. Hindi nabitin with 10 gig data plus only Facebook or TikTok and more. Load now!
Basta PG Flex, sigurado ang quality. Tapoli, linoleum kamating, plastic cover at iba pa. Tatak matibay, tatak Pinoy. Lahat gawa sa pawis at husay ng Pinoy. Champion ka sa PG Flex. Tatak Pinoy, ito ang the best.
Alam mo ba may bago ng klase ng Mighty Bond? Ito yung Mighty Bond Anti-Clog Tech. Mas precise na ang nozzle. Tapos may flowback feature pa siya kaya hindi na magkaklog yung nozzle. May bottom stand din siya para hindi na gumugulong at pakalat-kalat. O alam mo na kapag may nasirang gamit ah.
Ngiti, ngiti, huwag naman atubili. Sabik makita ang iyong ngiting happy. Ngiti, ngiti, yung nakakakiliti. Alagang happy, ang ngiti. Alagang happy, salamat sa totoong ngiti.
Hindi aabot ang data. Nice!
Don't worry! The only with Smart Power All 99. Hindi nabitin with 10 gig data plus only Facebook or TikTok and more. Load now!
Basta PG Flex, sigurado ang quality. Tapoli, linoleum kamating, plastic cover at iba pa. Tatak matibay, tatak Pinoy. Lahat gawa sa pawis at husay ng Pinoy. Champion ka sa PG Flex. Tatak Pinoy, ito ang the best.
Alam mo ba may bago ng klase ng Mighty Bond? Ito yung Mighty Bond Anti-Clog Tech. Mas precise na ang nozzle. Tapos may flowback feature pa siya kaya hindi na magkaklog yung nozzle. May bottom stand din siya para hindi na gumugulong at pakalat-kalat. O alam mo na kapag may nasirang gamit ah.
Every season begins with a spark. New challenges await. To go beyond limits, to push further than before. On the court, on the stage, in the game. From basketball, 3x3 basketball. Volleyball, esports, street dance competition. And as the league continues to grow and shine, new chapters unfold with the addition of badminton and table tennis, all bound by passion, driven by purpose. High intensity of sportsmanship, perseverance to win every battle. The teams that will define the season: Diliman College Blue Dragons, Immaculata Concepcion College Blue Hawks,
Lyceum of the Philippines, University Batangas Pirates,
Manila Central University Supremos, Olivares College Sea Lions,
Philippine Christian University, Dos Marinas Dolphins,
Philippine Women's University Patriots, University of Batangas Brahmins, and the host team for this season, Centro Escolar University Scorpions. Together, they all rise with the same intensity, determination at the highest level, and as one spirit. This is Universities and Colleges Athletic League Season 8, Rising to New Heights. Hosted by Centro Escolar University. Presented by PG Flex Linoleum. Catch the games live and on demand with Smart Sports, our official live stream partner. And in cooperation with the following sponsors: Pioneer Mighty Bond Instant Glue, Quintana Sports, Happy Toothpaste, Top Flight, Jerry's Grill, you'd still rather be at Jerry's, Crane Quality Products, Akari, Pioneer RC1 Lubricating Spray, Cafe France, Mariama Tarpon, Spalding, our official game ball, Vital Purified Drinking Water, our official bottled water.
Ngiti, ngiti, huwag naman atubili. Sabik makita ang iyong ngiting happy. Ngiti, ngiti, yung nakakakiliti. Alagang happy, ang ngiti. Alagang happy, salamat sa totoong ngiti.
Ten games down and 6 to go as we wrap up the second phase of eliminations dito sa PG Flex Linoleum UCAL Season 8. Our games today, we have a triple header para sa inyong lahat. PWU versus the Manila Central University Supremos for our first game. Later on at 2 o'clock p.m. we have BCU Dos Marinas going up against LPU Batangas in a battle of South teams. And in our main game, we will have former champion Diliman College going up against the University of Batangas Brahmins. Let's take a look at our team standings here. By the way, this is Javi Palanya joined by Coach Mark Dandan. Coach Mark, our team standings here updated after our last game days.
Oh, you can see both teams that we're playing right now in our first game, MCU Supremos and the PWU Patriots, playing for pride here in terms of garnering more wins, Javi. Trying to make the most out of their last two games, especially if you're PWU. You already got your first win ever here in the UCAL. You want to add more.
Tama ka dyan. That's definitely a big improvement from previous seasons, and I'm sure that's something that they are trying to build on. Their last game was against ICC, a team which they beat for their first ever victory here in league history. They only lost by 3 points, Coach.
No, but they lost that fourth quarter, 28-16. They wanted to get another win in the expense of ICC, but ICC had other plans. But again, they still have a couple more games remaining, talking about the PWU Patriots. couple more chances to add to that win column.
Oh, they've lost 5 straight, but you know, yung trend dun sa kanilang last 5 games, nauubusan talaga sila sa dulo, just like their last loss against ICC. On the other hand, itong MCU Supremos, they're also coming off a loss, their second straight loss after winning against the University of Batangas Brahmans a couple of games ago. But this was a heartbreaker because they only lost by 1.
No, exactly, and a win there could have put them or kept them in contention for the top 2 spots here in Group B. But right now, MCU building on some momentum. 3 wins, it's not too bad considering what you've lost talent-wise. And we see the Crane Key matchup here. Joey Umaga and Daryl Garcia. Umaga, last game, 20 points. And stepping up in the absence of the regular guys who were struggling on offense. And Garcia, big-time double-double in that loss, 15, 14. And you look at the assists, Javi, 7 for Umaga and 6 for Garcia.
Yeah, definitely a great all-around performance from both players featured here in our Crane Key matchup. Okay, let's get things started already, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go to our venue announcer for the start of this game.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome here at the Paco Arena for the UCAL PG Flexinolium Season 8 Men's Basketball Tournament, Rising to New Heights. First game of triple header Monday is Philippine Women's University heading up against Manila Central University. Now let's meet the starters. First from your PWU Patriots. Starting guard number 1, John Espiritu. The other guard number 12, Joey Umaga. Starting forward number 18, Jacob Danganan. Other forward 24, Miguel Laban. And center number 8, Medwin Antonio. The Patriots is led by Vic Lazaro. And now the starting unit for your MCU Supremos. Starting guard number 2, Nick Baluyot. The other guard 32, Daryl Garcia. Forward number 5, Sean General. Other forward 12, J.R. Guevara. And center number 10, Promise Onyegiri. The head coach of the Supremos is Ian Rosella. Our game reference for this match, crew chief Don Arguelles.
Our starters for our first game, the Patriots will be beginning things with John Espiritu and Joey Umaga in the backcourt. Medwin Antonio is the man in the middle. Samantala, Jacob Danganan and Miguel Laban round out the starters for Coach Vic Lazaro. On the other side, Coach Ian Rosella has Nick Baluyot, Daryl Garcia, Promise Onyegiri, Sean General, and J.R. Guevara. Usual suspects in both teams' starting units for this matchup, Coach Mark.
Hey, both teams, I don't want to say they're going small, but they really have no choice but to go small in this game. So it's going to be a good matchup. Wala masyado malaki except for Promise Onyegiri.
Guevara goes to the basket early, but the first attempt will not work. Yep. MCU, they actually had a very optimistic mindset coming into this season, but unfortunately, a lot of things didn't go their way. They're a much better team than they were from the last year, but yun na nga, gaya ng sinabi ko kanina, lots of games, hindi nila nakakontrol yung dulo because they lost steam or hindi talaga maganda yung nagiging simula nila.
And you can talk about in the first few games, the absence of Promise Onyegiri was a big deal. Especially when he came back in, really stabilized that front court. They were able to get a lot of rebounds. Gumanda yung laro nila in overall. But again, missed opportunities there for MCU early in the season.
These are Beyond Fish Show fit. Discover new 100% free throws para kay Promise Onyegiri. Well, on the other side, makikita mo naman, para kay Coach Ian Rosella, the brighter side is that a lot of his players will still be here next year.
That's what you want in terms of talent retention.
That's a miss for the Patriots up close. 1-0 is the score here. No field goals yet. That's going to be the first para kay Sean General.
And this is a great start for MCU. This is their pace. They're picking up full court, trying to trap early and getting buckets.
Oh, Medwin Antonio gets one up over the outstretched defense. Promise Onyegiri. That's a pretty tough thing to do.
Yeah, I remember, Javi, I covered their game in the first phase. It was the first game of Promise Onyegiri. So he played well and continues to play well.
my goodness. Well, he definitely rang the bell on that one. Right on cue. Promise Onyegiri. Espiritu against Promise. He kicks it out. Laban pulls it back up a bit. Espiritu. Couple of dribbles. Drop pass. Antonio back to Espiritu. Little ping pong action will not work for the Patriots. Here come running the Supremos once again, but Guevara turns it over quickly. Umaga, 20 points in their last game against ICC, his former squad, missing from the outside. General goes all the way to the rack once again.
Again, this pace really favors MCU having up and down, allowing that zone press to establish.
Early 5-point lead for the guys in purple. 4 points already in the game para kay Sean General. Nick Baluyot forces that ball out of bounds. Here is our top flight dunk of the game. Just a quick spin to the basket. And then the hammer para kay Promise Onyegiri.
If you're Edwin Antonio, what more can you do? Really giving up a lot of height and heft to Promise Onyegiri.
That's a tough shot for Laban. Offensive rebound for Edwin Antonio. Just short on the reverse. Quick outlet to the other side. Baluyot could not finish. Patriots trying to trim this early deficit. Tanganan hands it off to Umaga. Two of the best scorers for the Patriots this season, Joey Umaga and Jacob Tanganan. Shot clock is winding down. Who's gonna take it? Laban. Masyado na palakas yun.
Really, the presence of Onyegiri changing shots here for PWU.
General has had his way going to the basket repeatedly here in the early minutes of our first quarter. Halos 3 minuto pa lang nakakalipas dito. Take a look at our top flight fast break of the game here featuring the aforementioned Sean General.
Parang lahat naman ng points ng MCU, bukod dun sa dunk ni Promise Onyegiri, have come in transition. So mamili ka na lang sa fast break of the game mo.
Another pair of Beyond Fish Show Fit. Discover your new 100% free throws for MCU. This time it's Sean General taking it from the line. First one is good. Sean General averaging 10.5 points per game, 6.4 rebounds, and 3 assists this season for Coach Ian Rosella. And the Supremos, there's a foul on the rebounds play. And this is also something that the Patriots have greatly struggled with. It's getting their big men to control their fouls.
Easier said than done, especially if you're going up against a bigger front line. I mean, it's not as tall as the other teams, but you still have Promise Onyegiri in the middle.
Medwin Antonio, although Medwin Antonio has proven that he could hold his own against the opposing team's bigs. You know, it's been a yeoman's job that he's been doing, trying to guard FSAs from the other squads.
It's a thankless job right there.
It is definitely so. The Patriots get a stop. Umaga, corner pocket 3. Masyado malakas. 8-4. Onyegiri trailing the play. Di na drinibble. Got his own rebound. The left-hand finish is good.
Doesn't count as an assist.
Maybe depending on how you want to see it, it's all about perspective at this point. Espiritu finds himself wide open from mid-range. Ball tapped to Nick Baluyot. Garcia tried to lean in on Onyegiri. Second chance, no, but they'll get it on the third serving. And that prompts Coach Vic Lazaro to call the first timeout of this game, brought to you by Vital One Purified Drinking Water.
Sigurado ang quality tapoli linoleum kamating plastic cover at iba pa tatak matibay tatak Pinoy lahat gawa sa pawis at husay ng Pinoy champion ka sa PG Flex tatak Pinoy ito ang the best.
You're still tuned in on the 8th season of PG Flex Linoleum UCAL with me, Avi Zunich, reporting live at Paco Arena, where we are witnessing a rematch between the MCU Supremos and the PWU Patriots, who first faced off back on March 9, a game that clearly went in favor of the Supremos. But Coach Vic gives credit to the Patriots, noting their improved composure and their ball movement looking more controlled. He emphasized that today they want to make a conscious effort to limit turnovers turnovers, which really hurt them in their first meeting. Meanwhile, graduating player Joey Umaga says this is a chance for the team to show growth. The big question now is whether they can sustain these adjustments or if the Supremos intensity will eventually take over as the game progresses. Umaga also reminded the team to keep an eye on the tempo, saying that whoever controls it will most likely control the outcome. Back to the panel.
Maraming salamat, Avia. So, tempo, limiting turnovers, that are two of the goals that Coach Vic Lazaro made clear to his players as we see Joey Umaga score there on that last possession for PWU.
I guess right now, they cannot check those boxes because the tempos and the turnovers are really killing them.
Guevara, right flank 3, that's bottom para kay Guevara.
That's something Guevara has to develop to be a more complete basketball player because he can do so many things on the floor, but not those turnovers.
And nakikita mo, high school standout, national team player from high school, but you could still see there's an adjustment period that he's going through here in the collegiate game.
Oh, anywhere you go, Javi, be it here in the UCAL or other leagues, there's always going to be a transition period wherein you were the man in high school, but you get into college. There's older guys than you. That's the reality of it.
Older guys, and sometimes a lot of players they get surprised at how much talent is actually surrounding them when they get into the collegiate game. As there's another 3 here by MCU, courtesy of Garcia.
Turnovers again. PW has to take care of the basketball because MCU is punishing them with points from turnovers.
18-8 now is the score. Antonio passes up on the 3, gives up an extra pass to Jacob Danganan.
That's a great lead by Danganan. Seeing no promise of Nigiri in the paint, just a simple 45 cut gets him a basket.
One thing maybe that's working for the Patriots here is the ball movement that also Coach Vic Lazaro, that was mentioned in Avia's report, is something that he also saw na ina-improvean ng kanyang koponan here in the second phase especially.
It's going to be, in terms of their offense, really having to share that basketball. They don't have that alpha scorer. As you see the mighty band 3-point shot of the game earlier.
Garcia trying to pick up from where he left off from their last game.
15 and 14 from your shooting guard.
Yeah, I mean, wow, that's just crazy numbers across the board. Even the assists coach, right?
Mala Westbrook yung numero.
Yun na nga eh.
Pati ba yung shooting?
I think he has better shooting than Russell Westbrook. Espiritu at the line for Beyond Fish Show Fit. Discover your new 100% free throws. 1 out of 2. But he gets his rebound. Another try here. So that was essentially 4 chances for Espiritu to score, but could not capitalize on most of them, including the field goal attempts. That's a missed attempt inside. And the Patriots will have a chance to get it back on the other. 18-11, 7 ang hinahabol ng Patriots. Lozano is in the game for the first time. Danganan fakes the handoff, and there's going to be a foul against the Supremos.
They really had just to keep moving that basketball around, Javi. Try to find gaps in the defense at MCU because MCU is very tempted to shoot the gaps, get steals. So if they can exploit that, maybe backdoor cut here, nice 45 cut, like Jacob Danganan did earlier. They can steal a couple baskets here and there.
Antonio now with Lozano. Umaga from that pin down. Goes to the corner. Baseline drive back to Joey. Antonio against 2 purple shirts. Hook shot no good. Bahit could not get it to go. Ball on the floor. It's taken by the Supremos. MCU just continuing to push here. Garcia against the smaller Lozano. That's good defense by the Patriots.
Santelices was wide open on the wing. He was begging for it.
21-11. Antonio trying to hand off to Espiritu. Sorry, that was Mariano. Lozano now with the basketball. Emil Bahit will have to take it from downtown. That one's long. Tadeo grabs down the board. A whistle away from play. Antonio committing the foul there to enable a couple of players off the bench to check in.
You know, if Santelices can just shoot from the inbound, he would. He doesn't care.
He doesn't care how far he is. He doesn't care which spot on the floor he is, as long as he sees just a small sliver of opportunity. Isibido. Mariano steps behind the line. Three-pointer will not work. Under 2 minutes to play here in the first quarter. Stolen there by the Patriots. Isibido has one man to beat. He will challenge the defense and score.
Great job by Isibido. Making sure that Benji C doesn't have an angle to get that shot block.
Tadeo, he will not be shy as well, and for good reason.
Coach Ian has some guys coming off that bench who are not shy to shoot.
How important is it to have those kinds of guys, you know, coming off the bench to try and sustain momentum or maybe try and establish a momentum?
You know, having those guys that understood their jobs, they have to shoot like this one, the mighty man three-point shot of the game from Tadeo. No conscience.
No conscience at all.
You need those guys, Javi, coming off that bench because their only job is to make buckets, to keep the momentum alive or at least to establish a status quo up until your starters come back in.
Currently doing well with the status quo right now are the Supremos. The Patriots, though, are trying to change that. Isibido, push shot, could not go back-to-back. Tadeo pushing, no numbers for the Supremos. Mariano tries to get in between the passing lanes, and he forces that out of bounds. It will stay with the purple shirts with 18 on the shot clock, 31.9 on the game clock. Here comes Santelices again.
I told you.
Quick trigger from the outside para kay Daniel Santelices.
The good thing there, Benji C understood the assignment, giving it back immediately to Santelices for the three.
The lead is now at 14 for MCU. Shot clock is off. Last shot time for PWU. That's a foul to give para sa MCU. Santelices.
Can we see that again?
We have to see that again. That was not even maybe a half second in Benji C's hands. 10 seconds left. Isibido with a rock. Oh, Santelices steals it. Santelices will go all the way. Oh, no whistle. I thought he was fouled too.
He should have pulled up.
Yeah. But decided to go for the higher percentage shot this time. Let's take a look at our quarter highlights presented by Quintana Sports. Mostly dominated by the Supremos, clearly.
Yeah, you know, PWU had the chance there when Promise Onigiri checked out of the game, but the outside shooting of Santelices and Tadeo keeping PWU at bay.
Some bright moments for the Patriots were their ball movement, but yeah, that's what we were waiting to see. The quick pass to Daniel Santelices. 2 early threes for that guy, former PWU Patriot, playing against his former team. They lead 27-13.
Alam mo ba, may bago ng klase ng Mighty Bond. Ito yung Mighty Bond Anti-Clog Tech. Mas precise na ang nozzle. Tapos may flowback feature pa siya kaya hindi na magkaklog yung nozzle. May bottom stand din siya para hindi na gumugulong at pakalat-kalat. O alam mo na kapag may nasirang gamit
Daniel Santelices, Ralph Tadeo knocking down huge triples to end the first quarter to extend the gap here against PWU. These guys are both out of the running for playoff spots, but with 2 games remaining, including this one, they of course want to try and finish their campaigns on a high note. Magandang hapon muli sa inyong lahat. This is Javi Palanya, joined by Coach Mark Dandan. Miss Avi Zunic is at courtside. This is the first game of our Monday triple-header dito sa PG Flex Linoleum Season 8 Men's Basketball. We are in the second phase of eliminations, which we are wrapping up, and you just saw Emil Bahit get a basket off the glass for PWU.
That's going to be available here for PWU without Onigiri on the floor, trying to get the ball in the paint and score.
Santelices 2 threes in the first quarter, bothered by his former teammate Lozano. They move the ball. De La Cruz stops near the elbow. That jumper will not work. Bahit back to Isibido. Kyle will kick it out to the corner. Mariano will take it. Isibido looks like he had last touch on that basketball. It will go quickly to the other side.
You like the ball movement though from the Patriots right there, moving that ball east to west, finding an open shot in the corner. They really just have to make those open shots.
Sometimes that really doesn't matter anymore if you don't see the shots go at the bottom of the net. That's a terrible miss from MCU. Counter-attack here for the Patriots. Isibido gets his own miss. They will recycle. Could have gotten away with a walk there. Bahit will make his own move. Tried to flip a pass to the other side to MJ Balyad. But he could not handle the rock there. That's a turnover against PWU.
When you're doing interior passing, Javi, that has to be a bounce pass or a lob or basically a handoff. Huwag yung bullet pass from 2 feet away.
Mahirap talaga saluhin yun, especially if your teammate is not ready. De La Cruz missing from downtown. That was a quick possession for the Supremos. 12 ang inahabol dito pero mabilis rin na pinamigay ng PWU ang bola. De La Cruz will redeem himself here.
That's a lack of a rim protector there for PWU. Unmolested, uncontested was De La Cruz for the layup.
Francis De La Cruz scoring his first 2 points of the game. Emil Bahit, left flank 3. Nope. Mariano, offensive rebound. Lozano, siya naman. Kaso mintis din. Another chance here for the Patriots. Still no goal. Balyad finally gets it.
Great persistence from the Patriots. 4 opportunities. Finally getting one to go.
Actually, nakakarami sila sa offensive rebounds dito sa ating first half, coach. They had a few also in the first quarter.
But you really need to make hay here without Promise Onyiri on the floor. That's a bad foul.
A little late on the rotation there to see Mariano. Let's see our top line fast break of the game. Francis De La Cruz weaving and dealing in traffic there for the MCU Supremos.
Still no promise on Nigiri, Javi.
Yeah, it looks like Coach Ian Rosella has no plans of inserting him back anytime soon.
Naka-t-shirt mo sa bench. May tuwalya pa eh.
And on the other end, pa. 2 free throws here brought to you us by Beyond Fish of Fit. Discover your new 100%. Ismael Rimo taking these shots.
And here comes the zone press again for MCU.
13-17. Biggest lead was at 14 for MCU.
Oh, miscommunication there. They all thought somebody was going to pressure. Nobody pressured.
Biglang nag-dissipate yung dapat magiging zone press.
Oh.
That's from way out right there. Arlen Lenon missing from the outside.
That's a 4-pointer.
If he was in the PBA. Rimo gets it to go off the twirl.
Okay, that's going to be there the whole game for the Supremos. No rim protection for PWU. Easy deuce for Rimo.
He has now helped establish the biggest lead of the game for MCU at 15. Isibido, quick grip to the right, leans in, the right-hand finish is good.
Isibido very deceptive despite the size.
I agree.
First step.
I agree. He could really get to the basket. Got a tight handle as well. High-low action here for MCU. That's a walk. One step too many there for Ismael Rimo.
Oh, it's a foul.
Oh, it's a foul.
Okay.
In the eye of our referees, he might have been pushed. Of course, they have better angle from the other side. But here's the move by Kyle Isibido, coach. So I think that we have been used to seeing here in the UCAL. Kyle Isibido has been one of the more solid backup point guards dito sa ating liga.
You really have to credit some of these guys. Hindi lang nila matahi together, guys having good games. There'll be games that Jacob Danganan playing well, but you won't have guys like Isibido playing well. They yet to put it together. That one game against ICC, they did.
And coach, alam ko ikaw yung nagsabi, they might be just one FSA away from becoming a real contender here, or maybe at least a team that can't make it to the playoffs.
And I still firmly believe in that. If Coach Vic gets himself a big FSA, which will kind of solve his rebounding problems. He has talent on the wings. He can shift Danganan to his more natural small forward spot and Medwin Antonio to the 4. So that's going to be better for his team.
All right, meanwhile, let's go on courtside to Miss Avia.
Early in this first quarter, the story feels familiar. The Supremos are once again leaning on their defensive pressure, forcing the Patriots into tough possessions and trying to dictate the pace for MCU. It's all about consistency, proving that their first win wasn't a one-time thing. JR Guevara shared that while this may be a non-bearing game, the pride is still there for the team. They just have to make sure they finish strong. Adding to that, Daryl Garcia admitted he's been in the acceptance stage now that they're on their last 2 games, but emphasized that this moment is about staying grounded, trusting the process, and continuing to fight regardless of the situation. Back to the panel.
Maraming salamat, Avia. Well, that's really what this is all about. These last 2 games para sa parehong koponan. It's about trying to build a momentum going into next season and finishing strong.
So it's all about baon. Babaunin mo na learnings in the last 2 games. Si Jacob Danganan hitting his favorite shot. Midi.
That is his spot, that 15 to 18 foot jumper. 34 to 23 now. Alcala asking for it, but Simbulan takes care of business inside the paint.
And right now, both teams is exchanging baskets. And obviously, Lugi dito ang PWU because they are down 13.
Lennon changing hands in mid-air.
Jordan-esque.
However, the finish wasn't very Jordan-esque. Ismael Rimo gliding to the basket on the other side.
Yeah, Rimo showing him how it's done. Just keep it simple. Get to the rim.
Isang kamay lang daw ang kailangan.
Hindi na magpalit.
Danganan working against Simbulan. Giving up a few inches there. But Randall will give up the foul. Readily acknowledging his mistake to Coach Ian Racela. This is our Jerry's sizzling assist of the game. You'd still rather be at Jerry's.
No, MCU has done a great job of cutting without the basketball. And the passing has been very much on point. Right now, MCU has 10 assists.
Kanina, PWU ang nangunguna dyan during our first quarter, especially in the first few minutes. But MCU has definitely wrapped it up and has put a lot more variation to their offensive game. Curiously, without Promise Onyegiri on the floor.
In the first quarter, MCU was 5 of 7 from 3. Right now, they've only attempted 1 shot from the outside. It's the 3.
Well, no route today on the floor. No Daniel Santelices. So wait till those 2 get back. We will definitely see an increase in those attempts. Meanwhile, PWU getting their first 3-point make of the game from Joey Umaga. 38 to 26. Perhis runs into trouble there and gets called for a travel.
He literally ran into his... Couldn't forgot to roll.
This is our Pioneer Mighty Blonde instant glue 3-point shot of the game. Joey Umaga. Umaga asking for it again. Wants to post up Jaire Alcala. Umaga with 5 points so far in this game.
Trying to post up Alcala there was Umaga. Looking for mismatches here.
The second quarter has gone by quickly, Coach. There's only 3 minutes remaining.
But the pace has been up and down, which really is favoring MCU.
Shot from the outside. That is nothing but bottom. Galing kay Andrew Juanites.
Those are the shots I told you, Javi, they need to make those open ones. They've had a few. They've only converted, I've seen twice.
Yes, sir. Pero mabilis ang naging balik galing sa Supremos. Francis De La Cruz hitting it from the outside.
Illegal screen? Oh, no, stepping on the line. Could have been both.
Nico Laban turning it over para sa Patriots. That has piled up. You see Coach Vic Lazaro and his staff on that Patriots bench trying to find solutions to the problems here against MCU. Rimo has had a stellar second quarter. Could not save it to a teammate though. Juanites was ahead of the back. Di nakita ng kanyang mga teammates. Laban will force it up and in.
Top make from Nico Laban there in the grill of Ismael Rimo.
First basket of the game para sa kanya. Balik sa 10 ang abante ng MCU. Perhis, crossover to the right. Good defense by Nico Laban. Umaga gets the lead pass, and Umaga is able to draw the foul against Ismael Rimo.
Just a great job by Umaga, creating the contact on Rimo, not waiting on Rimo to really establish himself there in transition. Good chance here for the Patriots to got the lead down to 8.
2 beyond Fisho Fit. Discover your new 100% free throws coming up for Joey Umaga, former ICC Blue Hawk. At least he's had the pleasure of having been able to beat his former squad this season. Kaya lang di niya nagawang 2-0 after their last game where they lost by 3 points. Definitely a heartbreaker, especially losing the game in that fourth quarter, Coach, which we talked about during pregame. Imagine to be ahead the first 3 quarters and to lose by 3.
Yeah, that's a tough fourth quarter. Pinag-usapan natin kanina in the pregame. 28-16.
Yeah. And having to have that fourth quarter against a team that you know na kaya mong talunin.
Oh, exactly.
Dahil nagawa mo na.
Nagawa mo na eh.
Trying to feed Simbulan inside. Garcia turns it over. Patriots on the counter. Laban, he knew it was good the moment it left his hands.
Patriots in a nice flow here, creating turnovers, getting out in transition.
This lead is down to single figures. 7 points, 34-41. Perhis lost it. Juanita's trying to pick it up. Perhis had the last touch on the rock. That's going to be another turnover back-to-back for the Supremos.
Now, Coach Ian really sticking it out and with this third group.
This is another mighty bond. It's the new 3-point shot of the game. Tatlo na yan para sa Patriots here in the second quarter.
That's been the biggest difference on offense. They are hitting those open shots.
But the turnover as well for PWU. Simbulan draws the foul on Juanitas.
Simbulan, they got lucky. I don't think that's going to be free throws. Should be a baseline out of bounds there.
Nick Maluyot will check back into the game, as well as JR Guevara para kay Coach Ian. Still no promise on Yigiri, and we have 59.9 seconds remaining here in the first half.
He was subbed out a little halfway through the first quarter. We haven't seen him since.
Baseline throw-in, that was a dangerous one. Guevara could not get enough space to catch the basketball.
And Baluyot was open up top. Coach Ian was telling them, he was open. Why did you pass it to the corner?
Both teams actually not doing well in the turnover department here in this game. In fact, MCU is doing worse than PWU sa laro na to. Pang-10 na yan para sa kanila.
And that is what's keeping PWU in the game. The points from turnovers, 13 for PWU.
The Patriots get it across. Nice press break leading to that Juanitas attempt. He's fouled there by Simbulan.
Nice little shot fake. Don't have to be fancy with it. Just have to be smart.
Some of these bench players, Coach, coming through for Coach Vic Lazaro here in the second quarter. I'm talking about this guy, Jose Juanitas, and Nico Laban. Juanitas making the first of his Beyond Fisho Fit. Discover your new 100% free throws. He's played quality minutes here in the second quarter. Couldn't hit on the second free throw. 41-35.
Now MCU has to score here. Lead was as big as 15, down to 6. They need to score to re-establish some confidence.
Guevara working against the defense of Nico Laban. Nothing happening. Three-pointer galing sa labas. It will not work for Gavieta. Laban bounce past the kanan. He can hit that definitely. We come the other way. MCU. Simbulan. Baluyot looks at the clock. 7 seconds remaining. Baluyot eye to eye with Joey Umaga. Nick Baluya drives inside, layup no good. And that's gonna do it. Our second quarter, our first half in the books between the PWU Patriots and the MCU Supremos. These are our quarter highlights presented by Quintana Sports. A solid second quarter for the Patriots, Coach Mark.
They hit some outside shots, they got out in transition, and they were able to finish some tough ones. But more importantly, the turnovers and the points from turnovers is keeping PWU in this game, Javi.
A lead as high as 15, now down to just 6 entering the halftime break. We'll be back.
Hindi aabot ang data. Nice!
Don't worry. Be only with Smart Power All 99. Hindi nabitin with 10 gig data plus only Facebook or TikTok and more. Load now.
Basta PG Flex, sigurado ang quality tapoli. Linoleum kamating, plastic cover at iba pa. Tatak matibay, tatak Pinoy. Lahat gawa sa pawis at husay ng Pinoy. Champion ka sa PG Flex. Tatak Pinoy, ito ang the best.
Alam mo ba may bago ng klase ng Mighty Bond? Ito yung Mighty Bond Anti-Clog Tech. Mas precise na ang nozzle. Tapos may flowback feature pa siya kaya hindi na magkaklog yung nozzle. May bottom stand din siya para hindi na gumugulong at pakalat-kalat. O alam mo na kapag may nasirang gamit ah.
Ngiti, ngiti, huwag naman atubili. Sabik makita ang iyong ngiting happy. Ngiti, ngiti, yung nakakakiliti. Alagang happy, ang ngiti. Alagang happy, salamat sa totoong ngiti.
Hindi aabot ang data. Nice!
Don't worry. Be only with Smart Power All 99. Hindi nabitin with 10 gig data plus only Facebook or TikTok and more. Load now.
Basta PG Flex, sigurado ang quality tapoli. Linoleum kamating, plastic cover at iba pa. Tatak matibay, tatak Pinoy. Lahat gawa sa pawis at husay ng Pinoy. Champion ka sa PG Flex. Tatak Pinoy, ito ang the best.
Alam mo ba may bago ng klase ng Mighty Bond? Ito yung Mighty Bond Anti-Clog Tech. mas precise na ang nozzle. Tapos may flowback feature pa siya kaya hindi na magkaklog yung nozzle. May bottom stand din siya para hindi na gumugulong at pakalat-kalat. O alam mo na kapag may nasirang gamit ah.
Ngiti, ngiti, huwag kang mag-atubili. Sabik makita ang iyong ngiting happy. Ngiti, ngiti, yung nakakakiliti. Alagang happy, ang ngiti. Alagang happy, salamat sa totoong ngiti.
Hindi aabot ang data. Nice!
Don't worry. The only with Smart Power All 99. Hindi nabitin with 10 gig data plus only Facebook or TikTok and more. Load now.
Welcome back here to the UCAL Season 8. We are at halftime here between the PWU Patriots and the MCU Supremos. Magandang hapon muli sa inyong lahat. This is Javi Palanya joined by Coach Mark Dandan. And Coach Mark, this was a lead that was as high as 15 points for the Supremos, but PWU using a strong second quarter to get back at them and trim this to down to just 6 points.
Yeah, you look at despite that the poor field goal shooting here from the Patriots, only 34% compared to 48 for MCU. Look at the rebounding, which is very surprising. PWU has 26 rebounds, 11 offensive rebounds, Happy. And what is really keeping them in this game, the forced turnovers, there are 10 turnovers for MCU, which PWU has converted into 14 points from turnovers. That's a big reason why they're only down 6 from what was a 15-point lead.
No promise onigiri for MCU for majority of that second quarter, which may be the reason for the multiple second chance opportunities for the Patriots in those first two periods. The leading scorers para sa parehong koponan, Jacob Danganan, Nico Laban, Joey Umaga, and Kylie Sibido para sa koponan ni Coach Vic Lazaro. On the other side, Santelices leading the way for the Supremos. Santelices did not see action in the second quarter, Coach.
No, again, Coach Ian obviously shuffling his lineup, trying to give everybody some floor time. Kasi nga, gusto niyang tignan sino pa yung pwede niyang i-develop heading into next season. That's why maybe his rotation's been that way. But we'll see what he does here in the second half.
This is the second to the last game para sa parehong koponan. Let's take a look at the updated current team matchup. It's between Joey Umaga and Daryl Garcia. Both guys top scored for their respective squads in their last games. So far, 5 points each para sa parehong player.
Well, again, itong si Daryl Garcia, he did start the game for MCU, but after that solid first quarter, again, same kay Promise Onigiri, we did not see a shadow of him here in that second quarter.
Both players supplied all-around performances across the stat sheet para sa kanilang mga koponan. Although both games na linaro ng mga teams nila ended up in losses dun sa kanilang mga huling assignments. They're gonna try to change that here in this game, especially as they're playing their last two games of this tournament. Afternoon to everybody watching on Smart Sports, Puso Pilipinas, and on the UCAL Facebook page. Muli, this is Javi Polanya, joined by Coach Mark Dandan, Miss Avi Zunic. She is at courtside. We're live from the Paco Arena. Nick Baluyot trying to get to the basket early. He could not finish at the rim. He's joined by San General Garcia is there, as well as J.R. Guevara. Promise Onyegiri is back on the floor, and that is what he is there for.
That's what made to protect the paint. Have your big guy. Oh, great defense by Laban, but I thought he had all ball there, Habs.
I thought he had all ball too.
Again, going back to that block by Onyegiri, you look at the points in the paint. 20 points in the paint for PW, also 20 for MCU. Looks like they corrected that call. That's going to be a jump.
After our referees converged amongst themselves, they changed the call. It's going to go the Patriots' way. PWU gets it across. Danganan will pull up. That's a high looper over Promise Onyegiri. Danganan could not save it inbounds. That's a quick possession para sa Patriots.
And immediately you can see the effect of having Promise Onyegiri defensively. Block the shot, change the shot there.
You talked about the points in the paint, Coach. We also mentioned the rebounding as well as the second chance opportunities. J.R. Guevara gets one going inside. We talked about that for the Patriots. These are things that they don't usually lead in games.
Exactly. No, and that was largely in part, again, with the absence of Promise Onyegiri.
Tingnan natin how long is Coach Ian gonna let Promise play here in this third quarter. Will he let him play out the whole period to make up for that lost time in the first half? Let's see about that.
Also just has one foul.
He's double teamed here, triple teamed even. That might be a 3-second violation. Yes, that is. Took too long inside that blue painted area.
Triple team. I'm sure Promise Onyegiri not used to attracting that kind of attention defensively.
Oh, that's 3 straight turnovers to begin the second half para dito sa Patriots. Not the way you want to start out if you're Coach Vic Lazaro.
In that second quarter, Javi, if you remember, they did a great job talking about PW breaking that press and actually converting on layups. But again, Promise was not on the backside of that press.
Patriots now are doing a good well in the past couple of possessions of stopping Promise Onyegiri. Can they convert here? Antonio could not finish, gets his own miss. Second serving, wala pa rin.
Great job here by MCU, crowding the paint, not allowing Antonio a clean look at the bucket.
Onyegiri, secondary break. Easy finish for the big man.
That's what he does best. Very mobile for a big.
Imagine with a limited playing time that he had, Coach, he had 5 points already in that first half. He's up 7 right now in this game. First 2 points of this second half para kay Promise Onyegiri. A stop for the Supremos. Nice quick ball movement. They find Baluyot inside and he's hit from behind. It's going to be a foul against the Patriots. This is our Jerry's sizzling assist of the game, courtesy of Nick Baluyot finding his big man, Promise Onyegiri. .24 is at 15. Baluyot gets the quick pass. Is fouled by Joey Umaga.
Again, another great 45 cut from MCU. In my head, they've gotten around 4 points from just that simple cut.
To Beyond Fisho Fit, discover your new 100% free throws para kay Nick Baluyot. First one is good. Supremos are 7 out of 11 from the free throw line, while the Patriots are 3 out of 13.
Ooh. Ouch! Looking a lot like Diliman out there.
Well, they are the worst free throw shooting team of this tournament, talking about the PWU Patriots. They're attempting around 15 free throws a game and only being able to convert 7.5. They're around a 49.7% free throw shooting team.
They're not shooting enough. to raise that number higher.
They get a steal though here. Fast break opportunity para sa kanila. Espiritu wala. Onigiri blocks that shot.
Without even jumping.
Tawag mo dyan, putata. Guevara! Basket and one para kay J.R. Guevara.
The synergy of this five on the floor for Coach Ian Rosella. Same way in the first half, in that first quarter, establishing a double-digit lead. And you see the spark and one play by J.R. Guevara. Isa pang hindi natin nakita ng matagal ng second quarter.
Tama ka dyan. I really believe that it was Coach Ian trying to experiment, as you mentioned, Coach.
Ooh.
Oh, but a missed free throw there. Siguro na dulas si bola sa kamay niya. Punta muna tayo kay Miss Avia Zunic for her report after the halftime break.
For the PWU Patriots, Coach Vic is called for better ball movement here in this stretch. He wants the team to share the ball more, create open looks, and avoid forcing tough shots, something that's been a key adjustment for them in this game. On the other side, the MCU Supremos are showing a bit of frustration, especially with some of the calls, and after giving up a big lead they built in the first half. But more than anything, the message for them right now is composure. They've been in control before, and they want to continue that momentum. Coach Ian said that they have to stay locked in and manage their emotions if they want to execute well. Back to the panel.
Maraming salamat, Avia. I think that's just what on point what we were talking about, na yung mga assumptions natin about what both teams were trying to feel out during that halftime break. For MCU, it was trying to maintain composure amidst this run that the Patriots had coming on over to this second half, while for Coach Vic Lazaro and his squad, it was really getting better shots and better shots that have to fall inside the basket.
And that they did. That's why how they cut that double-digit lead to 6.
It's back up to 14 now. MCU really using a strong start here to this third quarter. Tanganan lost that basketball. Garcia forward to Baluyot. It's a 3-on-3 break. Nakababa agad yung depensa ng Patriots. J.R. Guevara, strong take. Little dipsy do will not work. Was a little bit of out of control when he got near the basket.
But still, that's going to be 2 free throws now. Penalty na itong PWU. Very early here in the third.
Not even halfway yet through this third quarter. J.R. Guevara, 7 points in this game, 4 rebounds as well. A rookie for MCU. One of the more highly touted freshmen here in the league this season. 5.1 points, 2.2 rebounds, less than an assist per game in his maiden campaign dito sa UCAL. He makes the second of his Beyond Official Fit. Discover your new 100% free throws. Ralph Tadeo will check in off the bench. First time here in the second half para sa MCU Supremos. Had a strong first quarter together with Daniel Santelices in helping establish that double-digit advantage for MCU. Bahit trying to draw a foul and get a basket. Offensive rebound, put back, wala pa rin. Garcia, he has not taken a lot of shots in this game.
What was that?
Parang sa 2K na parami ka ng pindot ng square pag ganun.
Umiikot yung right stick mo eh.
Beyond Official Fit, discover your new 100% free throws once again for the Supremos. Daryl Garcia at the line. 6 points, 4 rebounds so far. He had 15 in their last game, including 14 rebounds.
Oh.
That one, Linoa.
This pressure defense is really getting into the nerves of the Patriots. They've been throwing the ball away. They have yet to score here in the third half.
Espiritu trying to change things. However, that still will be the status quo para sa kanila. Scoreless as we near the halfway point of this third quarter. Santelices pulls the trigger. There you go. 3 more for Daniel Santelices.
Oh my goodness, this kid, no conscience whatsoever. Green light.
Joey Umaga trying to get that back.
Give it back. Pull up. Pull up.
Santelices trying to use the hesitation there. Could not get one off Espiritu yet. But if he gets it back, expect him to try and pull it once again. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Garcia short on the finger roll. The Patriots in transition. Finally, a basket para sa kanila here in the third quarter.
That breaks a 13-0 run. Watch out.
Oh! Oh! That had a good line.
Almost went in.
Oh my goodness. You know, I was going to say earlier, Coach, that he reminded me so much of you as we look at our Mighty Bond instant view 3-point shot of the game. But seeing more shots of his here in this game, parang mas makapal ang mukha nito kaysa sa'yo.
Mabait pa ako nun, Happy.
Mabait ka pa nun, Coach. Tama ka dyan.
Namamasa pa ako nun.
This guy, oh my goodness, he is just really there to shoot baskets. Can he get another one here?
Oh my goodness. Every shot is an adventure.
Joey Umaga could not finish on the other side. Ismael Rimo trying to use that 1-2 step. No good. The trailer gets the offensive rebound. Katubag will go to the line for 2 more shots. Multiple fouls have beleaguered PWU here in the third quarter. It has been a tough second half so far for the Patriots.
Ismael Rimo hearing it from Coach Ian Racela. Santelices was wide open. The gravity that Santelices generates, because he knows he's going to shoot and more than likely make an open shot. He got 2 PW Patriot guys to defend him, leaving Rimo open, and he just flubbed the layup.
That's the luxury you get when you have a guy who's been making shots.
With style.
With style, indeed.
With style points in there. I mean, I always look forward to if he plays against PCU and Alceronimo, the 2 guys who play the same way.
That's going to be a spectacular matchup. Oh my goodness. They mirror each other.
Exactly. Play alike.
This is now the biggest lead of the game for the MCU Supremos, 56-37. Robinson Nigiri is back on the bench, so Coach Ian Racela back with his all-Filipino lineup. No, that's a tough reverse. Made and converted by Miko Laban.
They have to keep doing that. Again, no Robinson Nigiri on the floor. No rim protection for the Supremos.
Tadeo, this is also a guy that is not going to be shy to shoot. But there, he passes to De La Cruz. Francis gives it up to Katuba. Shot clock is winding down. Here comes the shot maker, Santelices. He's just a fireball, opting to go for that pocket pass. Maybe he should try to shoot instead.
Watch for the pass back like he did in the first half.
At here, Miko Laban reaching and extending on that reverse. The Patriots get a successful stop. Laban spins to the baseline, picks up his dribble. Barlian gives it to his point guard. Lozano uses the Juanitas pick. Lozano will take it. That's a bad miss. Hitting nothing there. It was LeBron Lozano.
Not LeBron-esque on that shot.
Not at all.
Not at all.
Especially in this LeBron era where LeBron is a much better shooter.
Oh, yeah.
56-39. 17 ang kalamangan dito ng Manila Central University. Tadeo playing the facilitator here for his teammates. De La Cruz, but not hit from beyond the arc.
De La Cruz has been trigger happy this whole game.
Balian, short stab, short as well on the shot.
MC will take this because they're generating misses even if they're missing on the offensive end.
Coach Vic Lazaro mentioned earlier during Avia's report that he wants better ball movement. Although we're seeing that ball move around, the shot selection, which he also commented on, has not been exactly that better para sa kanila. Balian this time.
There you go.
Off the glass.
MC is wasting opportunities. If they could have pushed this lead further up, maybe 20, 25 points if they kept some guys on the floor.
Yeah, and if you ask me, Coach, I'm sure you agree with me. They can't go into the fourth quarter being complacent going up against this Patriots team. Santelices He's missed his last 3 shots. That's
Lumamig na.
lumamig na.
And also, Nico Laban na yung naka-close out, mas mahaba. And he understands the assignment. Last time, it was a different guy guarding him. He was sagging off Santelices. He hit that last 3.
Well, Nico Laban is a little bit more familiar with him. He's played more seasons with Daniel Santelices.
Oh, almost a travel.
Juanitas could not get it off the bank. Lead stays at 15 for the Supremos. 1 minute and 20 remaining here in the third quarter. Rimo was asking for it. Katubag instead goes to the left side. Tadeo gives it back to Katubag. Laban giving a few inches up against Katubag. They force.
You know,
I thought it was going to be a turnover.
Javi, if your name is not Shaquille O'Neal, you don't have any business banging that ball back, trying to back down guys into the paint.
Funny though, because we don't really see that a lot anymore these days. Santelices had to take it. Shot clock was about to expire, and it did expire on them. He did not take that shot on time, and it did not hit anything.
That's what we see a lot of now. A lot of 3s, even 4s.
It has been raining 3s here in this game from Daniel Santelices. Isibido back out to Lozano. 2 small guards in the backcourt for Coach Vic Lazaro here as he wind down the third. Nico Laban against Ismael Rimo. Gets the step. Oh, sorry, miss. Juanitas could not put it in. Wasted opportunities for the Patriots. This lead could have been trimmed much further.
And those were the shots that were falling in that second quarter, Javi.
Naubusan sila dito sa ating pangatlong yugto. Thankfully for them, they still have a full 10 minutes to go. After these 20 seconds, Tadeo trying to force his way inside. Ball is loose. Rimo picks it up and he gets it off the glass.
It's absolutely bodied. I think that was LeBron Lozano at the rim.
MCU's very own muscle man getting 2 points more to his name. 6.7 seconds remaining. There's a foul against the Supremos.
Ano yung time natin, Javi? Ano yung oras na natitira?
6-7. I really don't get why kids nowadays are really so fond of that.
I do not know too. My son is so into it.
Yeah, my baby cousin as well. That's all she says every time I see her.
Ni hand gesture pa eh.
Oh, yun na nga, kailangan ganun pa talaga eh.
I think mas gets ni Avia eh. Mas nasa batch niya yan.
Oh, mas batch ni Avia yan. Ako kasi nung una ko narinig, parang,
ano? Ano yun?
Meanwhile, here in the Paco Arena, the MCU Supremos continue to take the lead here against the PWU Patriots. There's a stoppage here. Our referee's trying to check if it should be called an unsportsmanlike foul, I believe.
It should be. I think there was just a purple shirt ahead.
Yes.
Right there.
That was Isibido trying to reach for that basketball. But after review, our referee is saying that it will just be a regular foul.
But still though, that's going to be 2 free throws.
They have been in the penalty since around the 6-minute mark of this third quarter. 4.9 seconds remaining here in the third. 58-41. Francis De La Cruz taking to Beyond Fish Show Fit. Discover your new 100% free throws. MCU now 9 out of 16 from the 15-foot line.
Turnovers have killed PWU here in the third, Javi. With only 6 in the first half, they've had 5 here in the third.
That's too much of a number in that department. Juanitas will take it from downtown. A series of missed shots to finish this third quarter para sa PWU Patriots. Although a lot of them have been good shots, they have not been able to find the bottom. Let's take a look at our quarter highlights presented by Quintana Sports. JR Guevara had a strong third quarter. This guy had another big shot for us, and we've been enjoying the show he's been putting on, talking about Daniel Santelices. Nico Laban was one of the players who was able to get a field goal for the Patriots in that third quarter. Ismael Rimo putting a solid shot there for the MCU Supremos. His team up by 18 as we enter the final frame, 59-41. Spalding is the official basketball of PG Flex Linoleum UCAL Season 8, rising to new heights. Maraming salamat sa Spalding because you have been very loyal to the UCAL these past few years. At paganda ng paganda yung bola na ginagamit natin dito sa ating liga.
Pwede mo mag-uwi?
Yun na nga eh.
Di ba? Kahit isa lang, Coach Melo.
59-41. Patapos na yung season, Coach. Baka sakaling pwede.
Baka sakali. Sa last game.
Baka sakali.
Baka sa last game.
Magandang hapon muli sa inyong lahat. Thank you for tuning in to everybody watching on Smart Sports, Puso Pilipinas, and on the UCAL Facebook and YouTube channels. This is Javi Palanya and Coach Mark Dandan. Xavier Zunic is courtside with us. This is the first of your 3 games today, this Monday here at the Paco Arena.
It's still time happy for PWU to make a run, but they have to do it now. This is still an 18-point lead. They need to make buckets just like that by Nico Laban.
Nico Laban has been one of their few bright spots in this game. He now has scoring honors for the Patriots with 9. On Igiri, that's just an easy shot for him against Balyad.
Too big, too good, too deep.
43-61. Laban will take it near the free throw line. That one's off the back iron.
Pull up.
Oh, he wants it again. Here he goes. There you go. There you go, Coach.
Well, kailangan off the dribble eh. If it's a catch from that side, I feel like lower percentage siya. He needs it on the wings or up top.
Parang ganun yung gusto niyang rhythm, no?
Oo.
He has better momentum off the bounce.
Ayaw niya nung standstill 3.
Boring daw para sa kanya yun eh. Like you said, he wants it as an adventure.
That was a foul. They just shoved Onyegiri out of the way.
No numbers here for the Patriots, so Lozano will pull it out. And then you had Balyad away from the basketball, trying to post up. Ito si Daniel Santelices.
That's a good foul to give there by Santelices. Had a mismatch. Pinopostehan na siya ng big.
Joey Umaga back in the game. 14 on the 24 here for the Patriots. Bonites looking for Joey Umaga. Umaga could not break free of the defense of Santelices. Umaga push shot is good.
Santelices looked like he got poked in the eye there by the offhand of Joey Umaga.
He's back down here on offense, trying to help this MCU setup. Onyegiri a little too far away from his comfort zone.
You were saying,
I'm sorry, I will now eat what I just said. Isibido, that's a quick shot. Umaga, this time behind the line. That will not work. Laban could not get to the offensive rebound. Santelices. Oh!
It's always a good line. Right? Yeah. It's always a good line.
That's when you know he's a good shooter.
He never misses right or left.
Laban trying to go reverse against Promise Onyegiri. That's a tough task. Tadeo, that's going to be a walk in the park.
Tadeo's first basket in the while.
Yes. I think he has not scored since the first quarter.
Oh, yeah.
Isibido with a runner. Too strong. One and done possession for the PWU Patriots. Sean General. In, out, cross over the basket. Para kay Sean General. We're definitely gonna see that again later. But for now, Vital 1 Purified drinking water timeout muna tayo. The MCU Supremos enjoying a 22-point lead at this point. There's our happy fan of the day. Ngiting Pinoy, ngiting happy. Fans of the day pala.
Fans of the day.
Fans of the day.
Napaka-happy kasi nakita nila si Javi.
Nako po. Thank you so much for joining us here in the Paco Arena. If you guys are not busy, don't have any plans for the day, do join us here. We still have 2 more games coming up. After this, it's the PCU Dasmariñas Dolphins going up against the LPU Batangas Pirates. And for our main game at 4 o'clock p.m., the Diliman College Blue Dragons will be testing the mettle of the University of Batangas Brahmans. Under 7 minutes to play in this game, 22 points ang hinahabol ng Philippine Women's University. Zoe Umaga at 20 in their last game against ICC, has only 9 at this point. Another miss for the Patriots. General has the rock. Goes to Onyegiri for the higher percentage look. 69 to 45.
That's been the biggest problem here in the second half. Too many points in the paint, too many turnovers for PWU.
Promise Onyegiri has definitely changed the complexion of this game for MCU so drastically that PWU has showed almost 0 signs of getting back into this game. But there is still time for them. They need a series of stops and they need a series of made baskets. They get a steal here. Espiritu has it on the middle of the floor. Tanganan gets it off the glass. 69 to 49.
Javi, that's only Danganan's first basket of the second half. He had 8 in the first. Only 2 here. Oh, nice no look.
Shovel pass inside. Sean General, the beneficiary of that beautiful feed. Laban needs a teammate. Danganan, open shot, no good. Antonio tried to tap it in. Third chance here. Umaga, 3-point shot, no good. Santalices leaking out. Daniel fakes the 3-point shot, passes up on it, tries to go inside. Munti ka na madaganan. Madaganan. Nalito na tuloy ako. Santalices will be taking 2 shots here. Daniel Santalices showing us that he can also pass that rock here in our Jerry's sizzling assist of the game. You'd still rather be at Jerry's. Santalices at the line now for 2 free throws, brought to you by Beyond Fisho Fit. Discover your new 100%. Santalices now with 10 points in this game, already surpassing his average of 9.7 points per game. 2 for 2 para kay Daniel Santalices, who's playing against his former team for the 2nd time this season. Gaya na sinabi ni Coach Mark kanina, Santalices always tends to play well against his former squad.
He did the same thing in that first encounter in the first phase of our season here.
Is there still some chance here for the Patriots to get back into this game? It's going to be hard for them if they don't make shots like that.
The offense has gone blank here in the second half, Abby. They had 35 points in that whole first half. Only 14 here combined in the second half.
Oh, what a stark contrast, really, it has been for them. Umaga is the only white shirt on the other side. Pero 22 pa rin ang hinahabol dito na PWU. Gabieta sets the screen for Baluyot. Mark now has it against Miko Laban. Laban able to tap that ball out of bounds. 6.7 seconds remaining on the shot clock of the MCU Supremos.
What's happening here?
The shot clock on the other side went off, so our officials making sure that it should be back on before we resume action. Although buhay naman yung shot clock dito sa basket ng MCU, pero importante pa rin na naka-on agad yun yung sa kabila.
There you go.
4 minutes and change remaining here in this game. MCU is certainly bouncing back from that lackluster second quarter that they had, where they gave up 22 points and lots of turnovers, as we talked about at halftime, Coach. Promise Onyegiri has also certainly made a huge difference here in the second half. We're going to take a short break as we try to sort this out. Alright, we're back from that quick break na solusyonan na agad. The shot clock is back on. A stop for the Patriots. Ooh, Onyegiri could not control his momentum there. He ran into his Espiritu. That's going to be a foul laban sa kanya.
We're talking about the turnovers again, Javi, in the first half. PWU only had 6. Right now, in terms of the turnovers, 12. So na-double nila kaagad in just less than a half. And that's been a major factor here. That's why MCU is able to go on that big run. And status quo lang sila ngayon. Not really pushing the issue further. It's still a 22-point lead on a shot from Onyegiri.
Definitely forced that one up. Talking about turnovers, Coach, that's been a department that PWU has led throughout the season, and that's a stat department that you don't want to lead.
Oh, yes. Again, also the percentages have really gone down. Nakita mo naman, layups left and right, 15-footers, 10-footers even have been missed by PWU, only shooting now 28% from the field.
3 minutes and 28. Promise Onyegiri checks out. The Laban will try to salvage any pride the Patriots have left in this game. 22 points with 3 minutes remaining is definitely going to be close to impossible if ever it does happen. So just time management here for MCU. Simbulan gets it on the return follow.
MCU just having their way. Offense, they're just getting what they want, getting at the right spots, getting offensive rebounds. Nothing PWU can do about it.
Danganan gets it off the glass. Jacob Danganan now in double figures. He has been already. He has 12. It's a pity for PWU. You know, we were talking about the layups earlier, Coach. Kahit na libre dito sa second half, it's just the presence of Promise trying to lurk near those shots that are somehow forcing those misses.
Again, another 45 cut to a layup. Good response there by Espiritu.
That has been the bread and butter for MCU in this game offensively, especially off those baseline inbounds. Espiritu gets a rare three-point play opportunity here para sa PWU. With 2 minutes and 14 remaining here, looks like they're gonna plunge to 1-10 while MCU will climb up to 4-7, although pareho na ang teams out of contention for the postseason, as we have talked about during the coverage.
Sabi mo nga kanina, Javi, itong MCU, they really have picked up some steam towards the end of the season. Again, something I guess Coach Ian and his coaching staff can build on moving forward into Season 9, the UCAL.
Well, I understand that prior to Coach Ian's entry into this program, MCU did not really have any sports program actually. So, basketball is really one of the first sports that they have introduced to their school, and that's what they're really trying to build on here. And I think Coach Ian, for his part, is doing a good job.
He's done a tremendous job just building this program from scratch. He's recruited players. I mean, he's lost some guys from last season, but he has kept his team very competitive, and there's a lot of talent. Just like Simbulan there, there's a lot of talent to work with.
Well, Coach, you mentioned that he has lost some players, but I think he's proud of some of those players that have left his program, considering they moved on to the bigger leagues.
Exactly.
I think yan naman ang isa sa gustong mangyari ni Coach Ian para mas makilala yung kanyang mga players. That's actually the goal para sa kanya.
And you love to see that. He lost DJ Laconsay.
Yes.
Moved on to the NU Bulldogs in the UAAP. I'm sure as a coach, he's very proud to see where DJ can take his career after NU.
Mukhang yan ang favorite destination ng mga UCAL players, no? NU.
Nakakarami na rin sila dito.
Nakakarami sila eh.
Jello Santiago.
Yes, Jello Santiago from CEU.
More recently. Yung UP din, may pumuntang taga CEU dun. Nakalimutan ko yung pangalan. Magaling daw eh.
MVP nga daw yun eh.
Nag-champion, di ba?
Oo, nag-champion yun. Ano nga ba pangalan? Hindi ko rin alam eh.
Nakalimutan ko na eh.
First, we're talking about Malik Diouf. He actually visited here, I'm not sure if it was a couple of game days ago. I think that was during the CEU Olivares game. Nandito siya.
And that was a very good CEU team with Malik Diouf.
15 seconds left here. I'm sure MCU will just try to dribble this one out. It was a strong second quarter for the Patriots. Unfortunately, they could not carry it over to the third quarter. MCU dominated from that point on, and that's why they end up with their fourth victory here in this season. Coach Ian Racela and his Wards taking win number 4 against 7 losses here in Season 8. First, before we wrap things up, let's now witness our fourth quarter highlights presented by Quintana Sports. Again, a purely dominated fourth quarter by the MCU Supremos. We saw different guys stepping up in different moments. Simbulan had his baskets. We had Promise Onyegiri once again gaining traction in his offensive game while helping out greatly defensively en route to this 79-60 victory for the Manila Central University Supremos. Our pioneer, Mighty Bond, Instant Glue, 3-point king. Did we have any questions as to who it might be, Coach?
Easy choice to make. Daniel Santanizas had 3 style point 3-point shots in this game. Could have been more if he found his rhythm late, but still enough contribution to lead this team to a victory.
Meanwhile, our Cafe France meaningful performance player, John Ray Guevara, gets 8 points and 5 rebounds. Meron siyang 500 peso gift voucher.
That's a nice croissant
from Cafe France. Yes. Nakakamiss na rin ang Cafe France food. It's been a while for me. Meanwhile, our best player of the game, Sean General. He's had some spectacular moments in this game, Coach.
Just another day in the office for Sean General. Never missed from the feed. 4 of 4, 9 points, 5 boards, 5 assists for Sean General.
Great all-around performance. He is at courtside with Miss Avia Zunic.
I am here with our best player of the game, our PG Flexinoleum best player of the game, none other than Sean General from the MCU Supremos. Congratulations on this win, Sean. I am digging this mismatch shoes. I just wanted to ask, sabi nga kanina sa akin ni JR before tip-off na you guys just wanted to prove na yung panalo nyo no first phase, panalo, yun pa din yung mabibit-bit nyo na lessons and learnings nyo this time around. Gusto ko lang tanong, Ano yung nakatulong sa'yo and sa team mo na makuha yung panalo ulit this time?
Siguro po, ginawa lang po namin yung best po namin. Tsaka gusto lang din po namin tapusin yung season na to na maayos po. Yung ganun. Parang maayos po yung result nung kahit papano, kahit di po kami umabot ng ng quarters. Maganda pa rin po yung record o yung pinakita namin.
Sean, congratulations on this big win. But before I let you go, baka may mga gusto kang batiin, please go ahead.
Binabati ko po yung family ko po sa Greece, sa Valenzuela po. Tapos yung girlfriend ko po, yung family po ng girlfriend ko, yung mga tropa ko po sa Valenzuela.
Our PG Flexinolium Best Player of the Game, Sean General, back to the panel.
Maraming salamat, Avia. We take a look at our Crane Team matchup. Joey Umaga ending up with 13 points, besting Daryl Garcia in this one. But of course, Daryl Garcia getting the last laugh with his team, getting the victory. Congratulations to the Manila Central University Supremos for getting win number 4. Up next, we have the PCU Dasmariñas Dolphins going up against the LPU Batangas Pirates. Stay tuned for more here in the PG Flexinolium UCAL Season 8.